My favorite performance of the decade is Thomasin McKenzie in Leave No Trace. Even though that film didn't make my top 10, I really, really loved that film. It was beautifully shot, and I thought her performance in it was very subtle and just very good. I'm really excited to see her in Jojo Rabbit now as well, so I'm really excited that she's doing more films.
Gary Oldman as George Smiley in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. He is absolutely perfect in that film.
I have several favorite performances of the decade. Most recently, Antonio Banderas blew me away in Pain and Glory. I think that is easily one of the best performances of his career.
I do love Ralph Fiennes as Monsieur Gustave in The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Olivia Colman in The Favorite. It's easy because you can say the accolades are certainly there, but I think what she does is give a character that's supposed to be kind of pathetic, kind of terrorizing, something that feels like heart and feels like I feel really bad for anyone who's put in the position where they have to be in that high of an authority, because she's clearly someone who's coping with so much more than just the fact that she's a royal. It's such an incredible performance.
My favorite performance of the decade came from Suspiria. Tilda Swinton as Madame Blanc. I just thought that movie was so beautifully done, and she just was so phenomenal, so believable as a witch, and just really put that movie over the edge, and I loved it. I think her performance was great.
I loved Sally Hawkins in The Shape of Water.
Sally Hawkins in The Shape of Water stole my heart without, saying a word.
Michael B. Jordan in Fruitvale Station. Knowing the story of what happened behind that was very tragic. And then to see Michael B. Jordan pull it off, I was actually very impressed, and I thought he did a great job on it.
Saoirse Ronan in Lady Bird. I thought that was a great performance of, a sort of unlikable teenager that you're still rooting for.
J.K. Simmons as Mr. Fletcher.
J.K. Simmons in Whiplash.
J.K. Simmons, Whiplash. That film only works if you have moments where you kind of want to like how much of a monster he is.
Oh, as Fletcher, he's terrifying.
And I think J.K. Simmons is in a unique position to pull that off.
In my opinion, one of the best cinema villains of the 2010s.
Either that or Joaquin Phoenix as Joker, which almost earned him a spot on my top 10 list.
Joaquin Phoenix as Joker, even though I feel like we've seen Joker a million times and we've seen these superhero characters like a million times over, I truly believe he was the closest, and that's going to be problematic because people love Heath Ledger, but I think Joaquin Phoenix really captured the essence of the Joker character, and I really felt like, for the first time ever, kind of really unnerved by his moving performance. I was just sitting there feeling like I was in the room with him, and that doesn't happen often.
Cate Blanchett in Carol was very, very good. And what was impressive, she also was in Blue Jasmine, I think, in this decade as well. And when you see the two different performances, you can really appreciate her as an actress.
So my favorite performance of the decade, this one was hard, and basically what I ended up deciding I wanted to do was just shine a light on what I thought was an underrated movie and an underrated performance, because Viola Davis is somebody who turns in a great performance every single film she does. She's incredible in Fences, and she won awards for that, as she should have. But her performance in Widows, I really, really love. She is so gripping in the film Widows, and that movie is I thought should have gotten more love come award season, but they don't like doing that for these action films, and I think it's one of the best action films ever made. And part of it is because Viola Davis is legit. She is one of the best actors we have going on right now, and her performance in Widows is absolutely breathtaking, and you cannot take your eyes off her anytime she's on screen.